Hey guys, hope all is fantastic with you. So we're getting right into it today. Frequency, vibration, energy, keeping with it as we have in the past few days here. So thank you again for joining me, guys, and we're just going to dive in. And so this video is all about how to always shift into your highest frequency. And so your highest frequency is always going to be in resonance or in compatibility with your most authentic self. And that sometimes is the hardest thing to accomplish, right? Is being completely authentically us, right? Well, it's hard until we get to that space where we heal and we love ourselves enough to know that, guess what? We don't have to change for anybody, right? We can always be ourselves no matter what situation we're in. We don't have to put on a mask. We don't have to feel like, for this person, we have to be something different. No, our vibration, our personality, our frequency is completely uniform. But when you are exposed to situations that can affect your frequency, right? What's most important is, how do we get back? How do we shift back into the vibration and the frequency that allows us to resonate at our highest existence? And so it's simple in so many ways, yet we often find ourselves forgetting about it because of the simplicity of it. And the one thing you got to know about the divine is that nothing is ever going to be complex. Everything the divine gives you is going to be simplistic in nature and simplistic in approach. Always understand that if something starts to get complex and it starts to confuse you and stuff like that, that usually isn't something of the divine. It's usually something where we got to take a moment to step back, gain some clarity, and see the simplicity of it all, because that is just how God works. That's how the divine operates. And the simplicity leads us to the idea of, how do we shift? Gratitude, right? Gratitude. Now, when I think of gratitude, you see the GRA and you see the titude, right? Or gratitude. It basically reminds me to always have a grateful attitude. Okay, gratitude, grateful attitude, and just by having that idea, that concept within my head, to be able to use it at any point in time, it's helped me to shift so often, because there's just times in life, especially during the holidays, when you're spending a lot of time with your family, and sometimes your family won't always get who you are and where you are right now. There can be times where you feel like you're being knocked out of your center, you're being knocked out of your resting vibration so many different times, and you just don't know how to get back. Well, gratitude is the way. And I'm going to show you how with gratitude, okay? I, for the longest time, could not shift in the moment. But then when I started to retroactively look back at situations and realize how grateful I were for them after the fact, I began to be able to take that leap consciously and step into the idea that, what? It may not seem favorable to me now, but it is absolutely 100% favorable, because nothing in my life, everything in my life is favorable for me, is an opportunity for me to learn and to grow about myself, so I can be grateful. I can have a grateful attitude. I can express gratitude right here, right now, for what is happening. So I don't have to wait until I go back and observe what goes on. Something happens and I step into gratitude. I just step into gratitude right away. And like I said, it can be difficult, because there's times where, you can feel utterly challenged in what it is that you hold near and dear to your heart. And that's just all part of the process. The universe is really trying to help you to sync yourself into the vibration that you're choosing to have. And with every vibration, with every frequency, it's always going to be tested, because we got to be able to stay rooted within that no matter what happens or what unfolds. So when it comes down to gratitude, let's just say something happens Christmas just passed and you found yourself getting into a fight with one of your siblings. And you find that the sibling always fights with you. You find that they've always, tried to diminish you in whatever way. They keep you at a place where in your life where you've long gone past, which families are notorious for doing. And it just continually perpetuates itself over and over and over. And you get to a place where you walked in, the family setting at 100, and now you're down to like 60 on the vibrational scale. And so that's a considerable knockdown, right? So what tends to happen is we get knocked down because something happens and we repetitively focus on what is happening. We stay focused on it. And over and over and over again, we place our focus and our attention, and then all of a sudden, we're feeding our subconscious mind the idea that we're pissed off, the idea that we're aggravated, the idea that how could this happen to me? Now, what if we just shifted, right? And the thing happened, and you have every right to feel angry, you have every right to feel upset. But what I like to do, especially when those emotions come up, is to take a walk, take up a beat away from everything, and just start asking myself right off the bat, what do I have to be grateful for in this situation? What can I do to have a grateful attitude in this situation? And so right after I ask those questions, I let my mind start to work a bit. Give it time, because it's got to get back up, because you can't just go here, right? With frequency, you got to gradually climb up when it comes to frequency. And so right after you ask those questions, it can be anything. It can be simple as, why am I so grateful for everything unfolding in my life right now? Once you get those, your mind's going to start giving you ideas, right? And then once you have ideas, then you can start to affirm, right? All the while you're taking the time to do this by yourself, whatever it looks like, going into another room, taking a walk, going for a drive. Really allow yourself to get that time, because it's not always the easiest thing to try and do that while you're in front of people. You see what I'm saying? So as you get that time, you're going to be able to center yourself back in to that gratitude. And then, like I said, after asking those questions, those affirmations, you can step into the intention, right? And you can say stuff like, my intention is to feel 100% complete gratitude within my subconscious mind. Thank you, subconscious mind, for allowing me to feel 100% complete and utter gratitude within myself right here, right now. And then you just start breathing. And you know what the breathing does here? The breathing centers those intentions. It centers those thoughts in your body. And all of a sudden, what you'll feel is your body begin to relax, whereas before, because of the situation that was happening, it would tense up. Now your body can relax. And your body's relaxing because it has accepted the idea that it can feel gratitude now. And you know what unfolds? You know what the most beautiful thing is? You can go back to a situation and not even remember sometimes. Why? Because you just got back to that frequency. You got back to your highest frequency, right? Sometimes you even went higher because that argument may have been a trigger to help you to let go of everything that you were feeling, right? And it removes some of that energy, which then, boom, you take off the weights, you can fly a little bit higher, right? You can vibe a little bit higher. So the universe always has a purpose, and that purpose is balance and unconditional love. So there are no coincidences with this. But like I said, sometimes, and don't feel bad if you don't forget it, but feel really good that you've been able to shift and transform the situation by focusing on gratitude and gratitude alone, okay? Gratitude will always shift you into your highest frequency. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful day. We'll talk soon. Got a bit tongue-tied there, but all I wanted to say was have a wonderful day, and we will catch up to you later. Take care.